Aimpoint, one of the best in the business. We're here at IWA 2024. By the way, best in the business, we're talking TFBTV for show coverage, so make sure you subscribe to TFBTV Showtime. With my buddy Alexander, we're looking at the new Aimpoint S-2 and Aimpoint 4 shotguns. Tell me all about it.
Yeah, so as you know, we've had Acro for the pistols and all the other platforms since before. 5-6 years ago, we launched the Micro S1, which is the first shotgun optic. And as you know, the micro housing has the knob on the side, kind of gets into your side picture. So what we took the Acro housing, which is more slim, doesn't interrupt your field of view. You put it on top of the rib. You have different plates you change around depending on the measurements of the rib. We've changed from so the normal Acro has 3.5 MWA. The S1 has a 6 MWA. Now we go for the 9 MWA. So this will help you to keep your focus at the target at all times. So it doesn't really change the way you shoot your shotgun. You keep your focus at the target, but it's more distinct. You will have the dot, so you can kind of, after some time, educate yourself. If you are behind, well, then you will see how much distance you had on a certain bird or clay target, and you go from there. So it kind of becomes your own small instructor over time.
Right, sure. So essentially you're looking at the Aimpoint Acro, which by the way, if people aren't familiar with the Acro, I think at this point everybody is, but what is the Aimpoint Acro?
So it's the pistol optic series of Aimpoints. So we had the first generation called C1 or P1 in the US, and now we have a C2, so second generation, 2032 battery, 10 settings, all the good stuff. I would say the most rugged pistol optic on the market.
What's the battery life like on the 2?
So at setting 7, it would be 50,000 hours.
Okay.
If you have it running all the time. If you turn it off, basically forever.
Right.
And the new battery is $3.
How durable are these optics?
You should come over to Sweden. I run you through the actual test with you.
I'll be there. What's the local liquor in Sweden? What do we drink there?
In the southern part, we call besk. It's basically vodka with wormwood, it's called. It's a herb you put into it.
Oh, okay. So like a little bit like absinthe then, like with the
kind
wormwood.
of, yeah.
So we'll do some drop testing over there with Birsk. We'll do that. Now, talk to me about the durability of the S series. Being mounted on a shotgun barrel, I mean, this has to be the most abusive position that an optic can be in, because there's not only going to be a lot of shock from shooting, but there's going to be a lot of heat, especially when you see like those South American bird trips, like where the guys have like a mound of doves the size of a Volkswagen Beetle. You know what I mean? So is this going to hold zero after all that?
Yeah, so the thing is, if you look at Picatinny, Weaver, mounting solutions like that, you have a recoil stop and that's it, makes it easier. So this one requires, let's take this one. So what we have is small plates. So on this side you have a sliding system. So in the box when you buy the optic you have 4 different versions. So depending on how wide and thick it is, you change this and also this one. So what it does, they are angled like this. You put it on the rib, the more torque you put on the screw, the harder it will push it down and lock into position. So you can actually see on this rubber mat that has the same.
Where does it interface? Like where does it match up?
Actually anywhere, where as long as it gets underneath and pushes the optics downwards.
I see.
So the problem is there's no standard. Picatinny has a certain millimeters, this and this and that. Ribs are all different.
Right.
So we can't promise anyone they will fit their shotgun, but we would say 85 to 90% is covered. If you're lucky enough, you might have a small kind of bead you can use as a recoil stop. Otherwise, you can just add something small to it, so it doesn't go a long way. But normally, it's not a problem.
2 most important questions, any show: how much, when?
So we sold out the first batch like this. We had new houses arrive to Sweden Friday, so it will be built in the next 2 weeks, shipped out to the world, US included. And depending on the currency, it would be around 750 euros.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, honestly, not bad for Aimpoint. We all know and trust Aimpoint. You guys have been doing this.
Solid product.
Yeah, sure. Alexander, thank you so much. Can't wait to get that Birsk with you when next time we're up there in Sweden. Guys, stay tuned. We're bringing you more from SHOT Show 2024. Fuck, I said SHOT Show.